Happy Friday. Good to see everybody. I wanted to come in here and talk about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Because a lot of people think I'm nuts. I haven't gotten any bad comments or anything, but the way people talk to you, it's almost kind of like oh, I know, everything is going to be all right. It's okay. Yeah, everything is great. Wonderful, right? They talk to you like you crazy. I get it. I do get it. I do understand to a point. I would understand better if this was maybe, 10 years ago or something. How you doing, Miss G? Hey, Suzette. How you doing? Hey, Jennifer. Hey, K-Mac. Will Burnett. How you doing? Let me get my water on. Michelle Law. C. Francis. Inspirer. How you doing? Let me see who we got. Jazzy J. K Peach, how you doing? LM, how you doing? Hungry, how you doing? Brenda, Miss Nadine, Pamela White, Talisha, how you doing? Suzette, who was that I just missed? Oh yeah, got you. Okay, it's good to see everybody in here, and happy Friday. I hope your Friday is going pretty good so far, and I hope it ends that way. I want to talk about something. I'm taking a break is why I'm doing this. Me and my daughter, matter of fact, before we get into this, if you can see me, give me a thumbs up. If you can see me and hear me, give me 2 thumbs up. If you can see me and hear me clear, give me 3 thumbs up. Before I get to talking, because I'm going to try to go in deep and get out, dip my toe in and get out so I can get back to work. I'm still filling up my thank you, everybody, for the confirmation. You can see me. You can hear me. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I'm coming in clear. That's 3 thumbs up. Thank you so much. I'm trying to dip my toe in because I want to get back to work because I got so much to do. And I always say that, though, don't I? Let's get into it. All right. This is As the World Burns, Part 6. I think it's number 6. As the World Burns, Part 6. Hey, Precious SoCal Gardner. How you doing, my sister? Happy Friday. Hey, Tamika. Happy Friday. Jennifer Edie. The piggies are doing great. I'm going to release a video for y'all so you can see the piggies in action without anybody bothering them or anything. Because me doing it live, I think it would kind of set mama off a little bit. And I don't want to do that. So I did record the babies. So you got a few minutes to watch them act crazy. That is hilarious. But back to the subject at hand. Hey, As the World Burns, Part 6. Me and my daughter and my son was talking about the domino effect yesterday. Hey, my Renaissance grandma, how you doing? I was telling them what my definition of the domino effect is. Okay. Everybody, I'm going to get right into it. My son, and my daughter was talking about this, my youngest son. And for the life of me, they're starting to feel the effects of this new America, this new rule, this new whatever you want to call this. They're starting to feel the effects. Because now they're playing with, if you got a student loan or a student grant, now they're playing with that because they ain't letting people get their grant money anymore, okay? Everybody knows that my youngest son is in college. He's an engineer and a welder. He's a certified welder, and he's going to school for engineering. But now they're playing with people's grant money that they earned. And they don't want to do that. They don't want to give these people what they deserve, what they've earned. They worked real hard in high school or whatever and took up those extra programs to get those extra credits to help them get into college, and shave a little money off the situation. Okay, they're playing with that. My daughter says, hey, Dad, they just let about 50 people go in my department. She said, we don't have anything to do with what's going on. I said, baby, yes, you do. So as I'm talking to my daughter about how everything that's going on politically is affecting her, I know she had an idea, but she just didn't think it would reach down this far into the depths. And I said, baby, you know what? This is a good conversation to have. And I think I'm going to get everybody in the greenhouse lounge. We're going to have this conversation because a lot of people are still walking around and feeling bulletproof, like this won't touch you. The reason why I'm walking around crazy and I'm frantic and I'm constantly trying to build up my land and build up my infrastructure and I'm looking for water. I'm trying to build more solar. I'm getting more panels. I'm like a squirrel before winter right now. I'm like a squirrel before winter because that's exactly what the hell is happening. And people don't think so. The domino effect. The domino effect is going to be this. We all will be negatively affected by what's going on in the economy right now. If you do not make, I'm going to say 8 figures, if you're not pulling 8 figures, this will affect you. Yena says, I'm getting ready, Unc. Please do. If you are not a multi-millionaire, not a millionaire, you just got $1 million or maybe 2 million. If you're worth $1 million, if you're worth 2 million, no, it's going to affect you too. You better be a multi-millionaire, like you wipe your butt with money kind of millionaire. If you're there, you may be okay. Because this is how many YouTube content creators do I have right now? In the house right now, how many let me rephrase that. How many monetized YouTube content creators do I have? And I'm gonna tell her how this is still affecting all of us. How many YouTube content creators do I have? How many social media content creators do I have? My thing must be running behind because I'm not getting any. How many content creators, I don't care what platform you on, do I have any monetized content creators? If so, please raise your hand. Okay, Second Floor Garden, Precious SoCal Gardener. Okay, remember, monetized content creator. Okay, how is this going to affect you? All right, if you're making money off of social media, if you're making money off of YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and all them threads, all them other ones, if you're making money off of all of those, I'm going to tell you why you've been seeing a downturn in your money lately. If for the last 2 or 3 months you've been seeing a downturn in your money, no matter how much content you put out, no matter how good of a content you put out, no matter how many views you get, your pay is going down. There was a glitch on YouTube from what I'm hearing. Okay, there was a glitch that nobody was receiving ads or ad revenue. If you've heard about that, let me know. So the glitch, people wasn't getting paid. They wasn't having ads and they wasn't having getting ad revenue to get paid. Okay, after that, it's kind of like, yeah, that, it is what it is. We ain't gonna go back and pay you. It didn't work that month for you. So everybody kind of got chucked a little bit, right? But what I'm starting to see, because I still got another channel, what I call it. I forgot what I call it. I think it's Uncle Led over there that used to be Hood Tech. Okay. I always check my channel with my other channel. And when I check it, I'm starting to get the ads. I don't care how many views. I can have 10,000 views. I can have 107,000 views on a video. But I'm starting to get commercials and ads on there like, yeah, 3-minute abs. All you got to do is work out like 2 seconds a day and you will have a rock hard abs just like me. When you start seeing them ads on your video, it's funny, but it's not funny. When you start seeing rock hard abs commercials on your videos, and when you start seeing like ED medicine, you want to be harder, stronger, longer? Well, try chew 'em ups. If you start seeing ED medication pills commercials on your videos, if you start seeing 2-second abs videos, that dude ain't never got no shirt on. You want rock hard abs. If you start seeing commercials, or fake video games, well, that's a good one, Casper. Fake video game commercials on your ads, for your ads during your commercial, you in some trouble. You're not making any money off of 2-second apps. You're not making money off of the fake video games. You're not making money off of ED chew 'em up pills to make it stronger and longer. You're not making any money off that. Okay? You're making money off of commercials just like the Caribbean cruise lines, stuff like that. Colgate, Crest, Nike, just do it. Those are the commercials. The commercials you see on TV is the ones you want to see after your videos. Okay. Here's how the domino effect works if you're a content creator. You don't think that this political downturn is going to affect you, and I'm going to tell you how it's going to affect us all. Is because all of those major corporations are letting people go. Colgate, Crest, Caribbean Cruise Lines, all of these major corporations that you're used to, Nike, Adidas, you name it, where you see these commercials all the time, Texas Roadhouse commercials, McDonald's commercials, Burger King, all of that stuff. You don't see that anymore on the behind your video. And you know what else you don't see it on? If you got normal regular television, you don't see much of that going on regular normal television either, because all of those major corporations are laying people off, all the way from Disney, even Disney, letting people go, because ain't nobody got no money to come take a picture with the mouse because it's so expensive. So if Disney can't even bring people in, we gotta let people go. We don't give a crap how much people love that mouse. We gotta let y'all go. Goofy, I'm sorry, man. Goofy, you gotta go. All right, your last check is in the break room. So, how is this going to affect us? If the corporations are laying off all their workers, where these corporations are downsizing, so they're not spending as much money for ads. So if they're not spending as much money for ads, their budget for ads done shrunk. So they're not really focused on some of these different social media sites. And if they are focused on the social media sites, they're only focused on, if you're a content creator and you got 1 million subscribers, they may look at you in the face. But people like me and below, you getting done. Okay? So if you think this will not affect you, please get that out of your head, because this is definitely going to affect you. Because that is, I'm just trying to make sure that's a spider on my windshield, not a tick. That's how you get paid on social media. Social media, you need You need those ads on your video, and that's how you get paid. No matter what social media platform you're on, that's how you get paid. I don't care how good or bad your video is. You can have a bad video and it didn't get many views, but if it was solid, hey, McDonald's gonna have a commercial on there sometime. People don't know how this works. You don't have to have a billion views on a video to get paid. If you get a good, solid, sturdy video, something where a major corporation wants to put an ad on it, that's where your money comes from. Not because you got a million views. I mean, that help a little bit, but not as much as, man, McDonald's and Burger King and Target and Walmart want to put ads on your video. So if these major corporations are downturning, laying people off and letting people go, they don't got a budget to give everybody these major commercials. So that's why we're all starting to see more 2-second ad commercials. We're starting to see more, ED peel commercials. Make it home, make it stronger, longer, last longer, make her scream. Those commercials is what's being on the back of your videos. And I'm here to tell you, I had some great videos, got some great views. They got no pay. And the reason why, well, that I got some whack commercials. And I'm like, man, it's like 200 comments on here. It's 10,000 views, 13,000 views. People is engaging. This video is really doing well. But you got fat ass. Wah, 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 wah. Well, come and get 2-second abs. When you see that shit, when you see that stuff on a bad video, on a good video, there's a problem in the matrix. Okay, so how will this affect you? I'm just talking about content creators right now. But if you don't think it's going to affect you in your job, what you do right now, all of you watching me right now, you don't think this is going to affect you at all? I'm sorry to be the first one to tell you that this will affect you. If everybody is getting laid off, especially from these major automobile corporations, it's a domino effect. The person that makes the car in the factory, right? He don't think his job is in danger. He don't think his job is in jeopardy. But if you stop the places that's making the part to build the car, it's a domino effect. It all starts at the bottom. Let's see how this works. There's a guy somewhere in Canada cutting down your lumber for your home. There's a guy in Canada somewhere that makes your screws and your nails that goes in your home. So the contractor, when he needs to build a new home and he has screws, he has nails, he needs screws, he needs nails, he needs lumber, he needs all these, he needs tools. If you go and look at it, most of the tools are made either overseas or in another country. I don't care what your favorite brand of tool is, DeWalt, Makita, Milwaukee. Go look at where all that stuff is made at. Right, Obi, that just tell you where it's made at. Go look at where all your favorite tools that you love to use is made of. So if nothing is being imported because of the price of tariffs, or if not imported, slowed down to a snail crawl, those prices go up. Those prices go up, people don't buy as much. If a company cannot afford, if they're not doing no business, they can't afford to keep a full staff. So they got skeleton crews working. Skeleton crew, I don't care how good you are at your craft, skeleton crews make a lot of mistakes. So if you're building a home, that home is going to be trash. They're going to be cutting corners because, normally you got about 10 people building this house. But if you only got 3, man, they're going to be cutting corners because they want to go home when it's time to punch out. They don't want to be sitting here all night. So if the bottom of the barrel, the man that actually makes the screws, makes the nails, makes the lumber, if he's cut off, That next one is transportation. The transportation is cut off because they don't have anything to transport. So after the transport is cut off, the docking people that collect the stuff off the dock, they cut off. Then you got the people that actually takes it to the actual manufacturer. The manufacturer ain't got no supplies. So it all comes down to that major manufacturer going to turn around and say, you know what? I'm going to have to let y'all go. Now, I'm not talking out the side of my neck. I'm talking about my life. And it's happening again in the worst way I've ever known. My life working in all these major automotive companies. When it's time to get laid off, everything that these politicians did, all my life I've worked in automotive industry. Everything that happened in politics affected me directly. Every single thing that happened with politics, all them years I worked for all those auto manufacturers. Either I was building a car or I was building the parts. I'm from Toledo, Ohio. We right there with Detroit. We're the biggest auto manufacturers in the world. So that's all the jobs that we had up there in the north, okay? We either built a car, a truck, or we built the parts for the car or the truck. That's what the major corporation in the industry was up there around the Great Lakes. Car manufacturing. So I seen it all, right? So anything that this president say or anything that this president do, when I say this president, I'm not talking about just this one. So y'all can back up. I'm not getting on y'all God King, whatever y'all want to call it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying any president, whether you like them or you love them or you hate them, every decision they make in that little dirty ass house affects us out here. It's not a matter of will it affect us. The matter is when it will affect us. Your stretch of when it affects you may be so long, you'll say it's not happening to you. It'll be happening to your friend across the street, but it won't be happening to you. It's just a matter of time. And if you miss it, it's because it went on so long before it got to you. Right when it was about to bite you in the boo-boo, they corrected the problem or the situation. A new president came into office. New politicians came into office. The laws and the rules changed right before it was about to get you. But don't think for 1 second that it wasn't about to get you. Your position in whatever job you had was able to hold off a little longer, and that has a lot to do with, was that manufacturer you was working for, was how well equipped and supplied was he for a bad downturn in the economy? That's the biggest thing. The second one is, are you working directly? Is this going to affect you directly? Is your job fairly political? Like when I worked at the post office. When I worked at the post office, oh my God, I had to pay attention to politics as much as I didn't want to, because I worked for the federal government, period. Everything we had to watch, everything every politician had to say, because everything they say crazy affects you working in the post office. As much as you don't want it to or deal with politics, you have to working for the federal government. So telling my daughter, now let me get back to my children, telling my daughter that she saw all these people get laid off from her job, I was being honest with my daughter because I don't want her to fail. I don't want her to panic. Her and my son-in-law. My son-in-law, him too. Only good thing about him, he's a hustling, he's a hustler. So I feel that I respect that. His hustle is mean. So I gotta be honest. Okay, I gotta be honest. I told her, if you seeing your friends getting laid off, it's just a matter of time. Because there is no positive things going on that you can be hopeful about. Like maybe it won't hit me. If it hit the department right next door to you, It's you. They got your name on a piece of pink paper somewhere. If everybody in the department down the hall from you just got a bunch of pink slips, you can almost guarantee your name is already on a pink slip in HR somewhere. The only reason you probably didn't get your pink slip today is because it's time to punch out. But tomorrow morning, you getting that. You gonna get served. So I told my daughter, baby, I know the last thing you want to do is move back to Freedom Acres and rough it like that. But I'm just putting this seed in your head. You always got somewhere to go. You got an acre of land sitting over there waiting for you. And this time you could do it right, because even myself, I've learned so much. This time you won't have to wait till it rained to get water. Baby, we got water running. You don't have to go down to the stream and collect water like a caveman. No, baby, we can drill for water and make you a well. Get your well running. We got more panels. We know now, cut more trees down around your cabin so you can get more solar to have more power. All of this stuff is important to know. But I promise you, if you don't think this is going to affect any of you, you're gravely mistaken. I'm preparing myself and this land. It's hard. Listen, right now, I'd rather be snuggled up under my wife right now. I'm not going to lie to you. I'd rather be snuggled under my wife. But I'm out here with my puppy, and I said I got a few more things I got to knock out. Every day I gotta do something. I gotta when I'm on Freedom Acres, I have to make some kind of major progress. And my progress don't look like much progress to you because I can't show you everything. But the things that I actually accomplished out here on my land is things that my family, I could be able to take care of my family out here. It may not be video worthy for YouTube, but it's stuff that happens out here on my family, on my land, where I know, okay, I've accomplished something. So if I want another family member to come out here, we cool, we great. I just got this storage container, and I just told my daughter, I said, listen, she got stuff in storage right now. I said, you paying on storage? Baby, what you paying on storage, you can be paying me. I'll put it in this storage container. You got a little apartment worth of furniture. You can come out here, put it in a damn storage container. Give me that money. Keep that money in the family. Because what all I'm going to do with the money is buy another storage container. It's just too many ways to keep your money in-house right now. You know? Like right now, my daughter supposed to be moved out of town. I told my daughter and my son-in-law, don't y'all go nowhere. I don't want you to go where you're going and barely be making it. I want you to be able to, when you get where you're going, I want you to have money in your pocket, food in your refrigerator. I don't want you to worry about how you going to cut your lights on, how you going to cut on your gas and your power. I don't want you to worry about how you going to get back and forth because your transportation is shoddy. I want you to stay at home with mom and dad. We hold y'all down, man. It's a 5-bedroom house. Y'all got y'all privacy. We let them, you have the den. It's all y'all's. You are away from us. We ain't in y'all grown ass business, and you sure ain't in our business because you don't want to see how you was made. Because me and your mama still get down. So just in case you don't know, I don't want to be in your business, but I sure don't want you in mine because me and your mama come home looking all good and stuff. Okay? I don't want you across the hall from me. You ain't 7. I don't want none of y'all grown kids across the hall from me and your mama. With her fine says she too fine. Y'all got to go across the whole house. Go on the north end of the house, the east East Wing, okay? Cause I'll be like on Baby Boy, buck naked downstairs flipping pancakes. Y'all don't come down here. Go out the back door. Y'all can use the back door or the garage door to get out in and out the house. You ain't got to come in the kitchen or the living room. I got this. Being here cooking, baking, buck naked with footies on. Don't come in here. So this is how you keep your money in household. And frankly, what we all need to be working on right now, so this domino effect don't hit so hard. Because get this, y'all ever see the dominoes where it's like 4 or 5 or 6 different rows and they knock them all down at the same time? Let me make this analogy for you. When they got 4 or 5 or 6 different rows of dominoes and they knock them all down at the same time, it's spectacular, ain't it? It's way better and way more entertaining than if you just knock one row of stood up dominoes down. One row of stood up dominoes. Oh yeah, that's exciting and all. That's wonderful. But when you got a bunch of them you knock down at the same time, you can make faces with them. You got them doing all kind of circus tricks and they all going around the room like this. Okay, that's your family. As exciting and devastating as that is when all those dominoes get knocked down at the same time, if you put that into human form, when everybody in your family lose their job, when everybody in your family is struggling, when everybody in your family is getting knocked down, it's extraordinarily horrific. When daddy get laid off, that's bad. When daddy and mama get laid off, hey, what we gonna do? When daddy, mama, and all the kids get laid off, what the hell? You have to think about this. And it's happening as we speak, as the world burns. So my question to everybody here, and I'm gonna stop running my mouth for a second so y'all can talk. What's your next move? Because I'm running around here like a chicken with the head cut off, trying to make preparations for, hey, let's be honest. If this hits us, there is nobody watching me right now. There is nobody watching me that don't have a debt to somebody right now. There's nobody. All of y'all watching me right now, I don't care if you owe $10 on your credit card. I don't care. You owe somebody. So that's very rare if you only owe about $100 in credit debt or something. That's very rare. So most of the people watching me right now are in debt up to their eyeballs. Because soon as you lose your job, you start pulling out plastic credit cards. Because your first instinct is, I need to have this done. I don't care how I'm going to pay it back. I'm going to figure out how I'm going to pay it back. But I got to get this done. We got to eat. I need gas for my car. I got to try to go find me a job. You can't do that penniless. So you start digging yourself deeper into debt because you're pulling out them plastic credit cards and making it worse. Because there is no light at the end of this tunnel. Let's be honest. I'm a positive man. Y'all been watching me for a long time. I'm a very positive individual. I am. And some people say I'm always talking negative. If telling the truth is negative to you, I'm sorry. If I say something negative and it scares you, I'm sorry. But somebody should have told you the truth. All that sugarcoating your kids and making your kids think they untouchable, that did not raise my children that way. I didn't. I told my kids the truth. So now when they get hit by the real, they hurt, but they ain't surprised. They ain't panicking. Let me put it like that. They're not panicking. They like, Dad, you was right. XYZ done happened. I got to figure out what I'm gonna do. They ain't like, oh, they ain't going on the top of the Golden Gate Bridge and going, I believe I can fly, right? So my question is, what is your next move? I can tell you what I'm working on, and that's all I can do. I was gonna sell these pigs. I'm not selling my pigs. I've been collecting these eggs like they made out of gold. I was happy and content with that. Well, I'm gonna dig another one. People say, Laird, why don't you take care of ducks? I said, I got ducks out to my house. Guess what? I'm looking into ducks. I don't care what I got to do right now. Get this. I even came up with a way to feed my livestock. I'm like, how am I going to feed these pigs? Get this. Pigs love acorns. I'm going to feed my pigs acorns, and I know a bunch of abandoned houses. They got a bunch of pecans. Y'all saw me way back when I worked at the post office. I used to pick up pecans for people for money, and I used to pick up pecans at abandoned houses and abandoned parks where don't nobody care about these pecans, and it's too many for the squirrel to eat. So I used to go pick up pecans with my little pecan extractor, and I have about 40 gallons of doggone pecans. So my thing is this. I can feed my livestock. TLC, you said you remember that? Remember that? I can. You know what I do? I can't make this up. I can't make this up. Lord knows I'm telling the truth. Every year, I get about, I'm going to say, 255 gallons. No. Y'all know that big giant garbage can you get to take out to the curb? That's bigger than a 55-gallon drum. That big old giant garbage can that you got sitting in front of your house that you take your trash out to set out to the curb every week. I fill up 2.5 or more of those every single year, full of nothing but acorns. And I don't know the full extent of how many acorns they are, because I usually scoop up a whole bucket and I go and dump it out there by the lake so the geese can eat them. So I know I get at least 3 of those big giant city garbage cans full of acorns out the front of my house every single year, guaranteed. Ever since I've been living in this house, I gotta clear them freaking acorns. And listen, I hate it every year trying to get rid of them. But I gave these doggone pigs, when I first got up some acorns, tore them up. So I'm cutting my doggone bill by collecting acorns, and it's a man around the corner. He pays a company to come get his doggone walnuts that fall in the street, and people be trying to sue him and stuff because people be slipping on them nuts. He's an older gentleman, so he can't just get out there whenever some nuts go to busting. So he pays a company to come out there and get them nuts up off the ground, because this sounds horrible, because people be slipping on them nuts and hurting themselves, they be getting sued and stuff. It's one of them kind of neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go over there and say, hey man, want me to take care of your nuts? How much you pay that company to come get these nuts up for you? Yeah? $400 a month, huh? Whew. I tell you what, give me $200, and I live around the corner from you. I'll make sure every time a nut fall and bust, I'll come around here and clean it up for you. That's because, look, that's free feed for my livestock. You gonna pay me to come and get nuts to feed my livestock. So yeah, I call my company Bust a Nut Enterprises, If you got busted nuts, we'll clean it up. Oh, Laird Farmers Busting Nut Enterprises. If you got nuts hey, I can do this. But I'm thinking of ways to feed my livestock from nature. I'm like, listen, I can't keep affording to feed, and I don't want them running all around the land to go forage. It's got to be another supplement that's healthy for them. People don't listen. I can haul all them nuts. I can haul at least 2 big sacks of nuts all the way here without hurting my trailer. You know, get them back to freedom makers and feed the animals. Oh, TLC said nuts be gone, LLC. Oh my goodness. Yes. So I'm working on, hey, Grown with Hudson, how you doing, sister? So I'm working on a strategy because I'm not getting rid of my livestock. Because I have a horrible feeling that if you're not gardening, no, this ain't no horrible feeling, it's the truth. If you're not growing your own food or started you a garden or got you some livestock, I don't care what you call it, okay? I only keep saying livestock and garden because that's what I do. I don't know all the different ways you can be eaten. But if you're not investing in renewable food, and let's get down to this, it's coming to a point. These Nuts LLC. I think that's actually a real place here too. If you're not preparing yourself for renewable food, listen to me. This is the point. This is the brass tacks. We've talked about the problem. Let's talk about the solution. If we should all be focusing on renewable energy, renewable food sources. That's what we should be focusing on right now. Because it's only a matter of time before somebody come and tell you, Jennifer Anderson, yeah, that's for you. What is this? What is this? What is this? What? I'm laid off? Until further notice. If you're retired, we unfortunately, I hate to say this, we may have to come out of retirement. If you growing enough food, you may have to sell some of it. If you got bills, you may have to sell off some of them eggs. You may have to sell off some of that doggone okra. You may have to sell off those big old watermelons everybody growing. You may have to let some of this stuff go. You got to can up some, put some away, and at the same time, you got to make some kind of profit because that's how bad stuff is going, right? Here I am, I ain't cut my grass because I'm thinking to myself, man, I need to use that grass. I can't just cut the grass and then, let nature take it. No, I need to cut this grass methodically and use it for feed, for bedding, not forget compost, for feed, for bedding, because my animals compost for me. I don't have to worry about the compost. Because they eat the grass and they use the grass for bedding when it dry out. Nutrients. We got to start thinking that ain't even outside the damn box. That's inside the box. We literally have to start thinking. We've been thinking outside the box so long, it's time to get back inside the damn box and go to thinking. because some of the stuff we done trailed off and it done got too ridiculous, right? Get your ass back in the box and get to thinking about normal common sense style stuff. We've been thinking outside the box strategy so long that we're forgetting the common sense solutions that can get us up out of this mess. So I really wanted to come and let everybody know the realization of this domino effect is and will affect all of us. The thing and the question is, how are we going to prepare for it? That's the biggest question. What say you? Say, waste nothing, not even old clothes. Amen to that. What Frostwalker says, what's coming is going to be like 2020, 2008, 1938. Let me see. Oh, like, very true. Very true. Let me see. K-Max says, I've been showing my teen how to repair her clothes, needing buttons. Amen to that. Amen to that. Gwen says, do the pigs like the fruit from your trees? They're pigs. I haven't given them anything that they haven't eaten. That's why I pull my hand back so quick when I give it to them. K-Max says, and we're putting up more food using dehydrator and canner from our garden. That's a good idea. Anybody else solutions? Maybe y'all got a solution that nobody else know about. Hey, Lynette Lewis. Lynette says, yes, everyday things. I bought a lot of seeds today looking to preserve and freeze. And that's nothing. Let your seeds go. Let your plants go to seed. My wife let our lettuce go to seed once it got too hot and it started bolting. She let it go, and now we got a bunch of lettuce seeds, right? Because it's going to get to a point, man, we're going to be able to purchase seeds, but the seeds ain't going to be no good because they've been sitting around unkept or in a bad manner for so long, the seeds won't germinate. Precious SoCal Gardener says, I'm prepping my soil garden, chickens, preserving. Even my mama said she is cutting back. I couldn't believe it. Let me see. Dang, why does that keep happening? Getting repairs and maintenance on my cars and slowing down travel. That's right. Hey, Missy Hawk. What's going on? How you doing, sister? Kindred Spirit says, love each other and live off positivity. Kindred Spirit, this is no shot at you, but that's not realistic. No shot at you, Kindred Spirit. That is not realistic. The world that we live in, the country that we live in, love everybody and live off positivity is not realistic. It's just not. That's what I'm saying. I hate being that truthful for something that sounds so positive, but that is not realistic. Let me see. TLC said the seed companies have been raising their prices, so save your seeds. Absolutely. I even got a logo that I made. SOS, Save Our Seeds. I wear that shirt sometime too. Let me see. Frostwalker says, make sure to get flower seeds for pollinators too. That's true. Let me see. RLM says, I always plant with seeds, harvest mine after the produce season has passed. Yeah, okay, that's a good one. Let me see. Spirit Field Springs says, pray for the younger generation. They didn't even get a shot at the American dream. And you know what? Okay, I'm going to start talking about my son now. You ever, let me see this real quick. Missy Hawk says, I just cut up a bunch of bell peppers to cook and kept all the seeds. Amen to that. You got to. You got to. But Spiritfield Thing says, pray for the younger generation. They never got a shot at the American dream. That's not true. That's not true. I'm going to say this. I know don't nobody want to hear this. I know don't nobody want to hear this. I'm going to repeat it. Spirit-filled things. This is no shot at you, okay? This is just, I need to be honest. Pray for our younger generations. That's true. They didn't get a shot at the American dream. They did. I just got done talking to my son all day. All day. I spent this whole day with my son, and that's not easy to do no more because he grown. He grown as a man. Me and my son hung out all day the other day. And let me tell you about that American dream. Again, please don't take offense. This is no shot at you. This is that American dream statement. That American dream is the American dream is a damn lie. We literally have been lied to since the beginning about this so-called American dream, apple pie in the sky, hot dog, 4th of July bullshit. It is a lie. Me and my son was sitting there talking, and I told him, because you know what, let me be honest with you. I'm going to share a little piece of our personal conversation that I had with my son, my baby boy, my last born. In a way, he kind of feel like he let me down because he didn't achieve the things that I achieved at his age. So he feel like he's letting me down by getting this hustle on. He kind of felt like he want me to be proud of him. And he didn't think that I was fully proud of him because he's not working in an automotive factory. He's not in somewhere breaking his damn back for the man bringing home a nice paycheck. And I had to reassure my son. And we spoke on that same thing, that American dream bullshit. I said, son, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Because what I see in my baby boy, what I see in my son is another chance that I wish I had. If I knew then what I know now, I wouldn't have went through all that bullshit. The American dream that I have been striving for my whole life was a freaking lie. The big house, the house on the hill, the wife, the 4 children, the dog, the this, the that, the nice neighborhood, the paved, the fenced-in fence community, the subdivision. You live around all these well-to-do people. You got a couple of nice, expensive, exotic cars in your driveway. Bullshit lie. The American dream is truly, deeply, when you really think about it, cut the shit and think about it. The American dream is to keep you in debt. You are a battery in America's back. So they keep dangling shiny objects in your face saying you can get this if you obey. You can get this shiny car if you obey. You can get these diamonds and jewels if you obey. You can have this nice car if you obey. They kept their promise. When you obey, they keep their promise. They give you the nice jewels. They give you the nice car. They give you the big house. They give you everything that your heart desires when you obey, right? The part they didn't tell you is it don't belong to you. You have to, this the part, the little clause at the bottom that they don't tell you. If you obey, we'll give you the car. If you obey, we'll give you the house. If you obey, we'll give you the shiny jewels. The part they didn't tell you is you can never stop obeying. Wrong or right, you can never tell us no. Wrong or right. What they forgot to tell you is you have to obey forever till you're dead. Huh? Because if you don't obey, we're taking that car, we're taking that house, we're taking those jewels, you'll be homeless, and we will figure out some kind of way to take your wife and kids away from you too. We will manipulate your wife into thinking that you're not good enough. You know what we're going to make sure we put right in the eyesight of your wife? We're going to make sure that we show her and send her way another man that loves to obey with the nice car, the nice jewels, the nice house. And she will select him in your place. And that's what we've been watching in America. And oh my God, if you so much as think of getting in the way of our plan, we'll lock your ass up. We'll put you in prison so you can't get in the way of our plan. That's the actual American dream. The American dream that I was talking to my son about was freedom. I call my land freedom acres because it's freedom. See, real freedom is knowing I can leave that fan in my window running and I don't know nobody's shit. Real freedom is I can leave my faucet running and I don't know nobody's shit. Real freedom is I can go in there and lay my head down on that bed up under that roof and I don't know nobody's shit. That is the American dream. That's the one they don't tell you about. That's the one that has never been taught to you or me. That's the one that never ever comes out of the books. Because that means you're obeying, you're making your own rules, you're playing by your own rules. And I told my son, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for saying no. I'm proud of you for saying that's not what I want to do with my life. I'm proud of you for, it's so many different paths he wanted to take in college and everything else because he wanted to make me proud. I said, son, you know what'll make me proud? And y'all got me about to tear up. I'm going to tell you what me and my son did. I said, you know what'll make me proud? Man, you got a damn acre of land sitting off over here. If you want to make me proud, be free. Be free. I sacrifice myself and all of my financial income so my kids can be free. I'm taking an L right now financially because I want y'all to be free. You got an acre of head fucking start. You go get you a cabin and get you a shipping container. Daddy got all the rest. You don't got to buy no well auger. I got that. You don't got to buy no tools. I got that. You don't got to buy nothing. You don't got to go buy no solar panels. You don't got to buy no generators. I got that. You don't got to buy no. Everybody always mad. Larry Farmer always showing generators. He always showing gas generators. He always showing solar generators. He done sold out to the, because y'all don't know what I do. This ain't about you. When a company reaches out to me and say, hey, you want to test this gas generator? Yep. I don't get paid for half that shit. Y'all think that. But guess what they do? If you do this video, we'll let you keep that gas generator. Bet. That's one more generator for somebody else in my family. You go off on your side of the land, you got a generator. Ain't nothing, you ain't got to go out there and spend $500-$600 on no generator. Daddy got you. So to y'all, you think it's selling out when we advertise these products. But you don't know the real game because you caught up in the American dream. Nobody's supposed to be doing advertisements and so-called selling out. You quote to keep it real. I keep it more real than your mind can wrap its head around. You wouldn't even understand. Your damn eyes will pop out your head. Your whole top of your head explode if you saw how real I truly keep it. I can only show you so much on this video. But while everybody trying to talk you down, they don't realize the realization. The real American dream is freedom. There is nothing else. Not money, not love, not none of that shit. Remember, we're talking about the American dream. The real, true American dream is freedom. Not enslavement and not debt. Because if you're in debt, you're enslaved to somebody or something. Freedom is waking up knowing I don't owe y'all shit. So even when you retire, man, you can't keep up with the light bill. You can't keep up with the gas bill. You can't keep up with the water bill. You need your grass cut. Oh man, the gutters need clean. You got a 5-bedroom house and 2 people live in it. And you go to work and you go to school and you proud of that stupid shit. See what I'm saying? You got a 5-bedroom home with about 3,000 or 4,000 square feet, and you proud. You come out your house and get in your BMW or your Mercedes, and you go to work. Did you hear that? And you do what? You take your ass to work, because if you miss one day at work, you coughing, sneezing, sniffling, snotting. Because if you miss one day at work, they're going to take all this shit. And the only reason, the real so-called American dream that they fed us, listen to this now, the American dream that they sold us and told us about was just as deceptive as their plan. They want you to obey, and they want you to go and brag to your neighbor. They want you to tell your neighbor you better than them. So they got neighbor against neighbor, and it's a silent competition. Come on now, let's be honest. We've all kind of been in the middle of this bullshit for years. You have a silent competition with your neighbors, whether you like them or love them or hate them, it don't matter. You got a silent competition with them. He cut his grass, you come out there and cut your grass. You had no intentions on edging and lining your lawn, but he's edging and lining his lawn. You ain't gonna let him get away with that. Why? Why is his lawnmower so quiet? Oh, he got a Honda lawnmower. I got this old Briggs and Stratton thing kicking out black smoke. That's embarrassing. I'm gonna go get me a Honda lawnmower. Quiet. Oh my God, this fool got him an electric lawnmower. I didn't even know he was cutting grass. I thought he was out there watering the lawn. Oh, is that quiet? Ooh. He look over at me smiling when I'm walking my dog. I'm gonna go get me an electric lawnmower. There's a silent competition going on, and you don't even realize it. And America pushes that constantly. You don't even know you're at war with your neighbors, and you don't even know it. That's what they want you to dream about, because they know as soon as you go get that, you going deeper in debt. You got a perfectly good lawnmower in the house, But you gotta show that neighbor, hey man, what kind of lawnmower is that? Oh yeah, electric. Oh wow. Oh, what, it lasts that long? It can cut 2 acres on one charge. Wow. Oh, okay. Oh, where'd you get that from? Oh wow. Okay, great. Gotta get me one of them. Then you get one. Now you in debt, and he in debt, and the only one came up was the man. The American dream that we've all been. Let's go. Let's take this all the way back to the 50s. Because the reason why I'm saying let's take it back to the 50s, because everybody, for some sick ass reason, want to take America back to the 50s and 60s. Okay, that was all a lie. Let's break this down on real terms. Everybody's saying they want to go back to the 50s. That's the slogan being said these days, right? Because that's what they're looking for. The 40s and the 50s and the 60s. They want to go back to that. Think of this. In the 1940s and the 1950s, I worked in the medical field, so I can prove this. I can prove this. In the 1940s and 50s and before that, the 60s where it kind of broke up. But in the 1940s and 50s and before all of that, women, I'm going to say were forced, because that's what the ideal of an ideal wife or woman was supposed to look like, was forced to squeeze her freaking foot that's shaped like this, to squeeze her freaking foot into a shoe with a 6-inch heel on the back of it, and your toes jammed down into this damn rocket ship of a shoe, down into this damn thing. And you gotta stay like that from the minute you damn wake up to the minute you go to bed. And you better not, he better not come home from work and you not have them damn high heels on, clicking your damn heels. Or he might be ready for a divorce. That's the American dream, though, that we talking about. You want to come home to a dinner and your wife is looking like a damn mannequin in Macy's. That's not realistic. And the way I can prove that before I go off on a tangent is I worked in the medical profession. And I was a nurse. And you know what a lot of my patients from the 40s and the 50s and beyond had? Feet like this. Anybody in the medical profession, please stand up and tell them I'm telling the truth. I've seen hundreds of women's feet like this. They did not have carpal tunnel. They didn't have damn rheumatoid arthritis, nothing disforming their feet. They've been wearing shoes like this their whole young life until their toes and bones reconstructed like this. Each toe was on top of one another and they look like a bird beak. Anybody in the medical profession, please back me up. They were told and forced to wear dresses with the hip, the waistline so tight, they pull it and drawing that in that they ruined all of their damn digestive system trying to wear these damn girdles so they look like they shaped like an African queen. I'm gonna leave that there. But that's the American dream. The things the man was supposed to go to work and break his freaking back to bring home the bacon. Kill himself. That was the American dream, though. The American dream that they sold us was that crazy. I got a billion different examples, but that one is a great one. where what they should have been doing to when they talked about the American dream, was, hey, let's talk about getting some land. Nobody talked about land. You know why nobody talked about land? Nobody talked about land because that's freedom. Land is freedom. But they made owning your own land so nasty, dirty, and disgusting anytime that they depicted it on cartoons or they depicted it in a movie or anything else. If you were a farmer, you were the scum of the earth. Tell me I'm wrong when I'm right. Every depiction of a farmer, whether it was cartoons or a real movie, you know what they made you? Dumb. When they show a farmer back in the day when I was younger on the movies, you was dumb as shit. Every farmer that would be in any movie, they always had the farmer acting like this. Overalls on, no teeth, no shoes on their feet, nothing. And then the guy from the big city with the big nice car and the fancy clothes, he come down. Yes, I'm looking for Highway 9. I can't seem to find it on my map. Well, God dang it. Well, bless my heart. I tell you what, sir. Well, what you want to do is turn around and make a left. You want to make a left right around here, and you see the old oak tree? That's where you want to go. And then ask my sister Betsy, is she? Tell me I'm lying. I'm just a stupid old farmer. I'm just a stupid old country boy. They made the people with all the freedom look like idiots because they were actually free. That man come out here. Now, this before the corporations took over the farmers, okay? They made that man look like a blithering idiot when the realization was that man come out here, run his fields, run his cattle, run his livestock, bring some of that food, that corn, them potatoes, the lettuce into the house. His wife make them a good meal. The kids is eating healthy. You want to know who don't die? The farmers. Because they healthy as shit. These farmers still to this day, they be like 90 years old, still climbing up on big ass tractors and stuff. Because they eating what they're growing. They've been doing it for 80 years before all these chemicals came out. That's freedom. Before the corporations took over the farms, these farmers and their families ate what was on the farm. But once the farmers listened to the radio, because before TV it was radio, and then when TV came out, they were able to see how they were portrayed on television. And they were embarrassed. We don't want to live in your kids now. We don't want to be farmers like daddy no more. We want to move to the big city. Every show, every movie, every cartoon made anybody from the country look like a freaking mental case. Oh, off the top of my dome, the Beverly Hillbillies. They made get down in the cement pond. Yes, sir, Uncle Jack. These motherfuckers is millionaires, and they still using rope to tie their pants up like belts. That's how they depicted the Beverly Hillbillies. Granny in there still cooking shit that she found down the road, down the street, in front of the Piggly Wiggly that got hit by a car. But they millionaires though. Now let's keep it 100. I don't care how country you are or where you came from. If you just hit $1 million, you ain't gonna be eating roadkill. They lied. And then all of those people, once they tricked them into thinking that they're a problem, and they sold all their farms, the corporations took them over. And now, look, you can go live in a fancy house and pay $400,000 for it. Your farm was free. Yes, you had to poop in an outhouse. Yes, you had a shack for a house. Yes, but it was free. It was free. It been in your generations for decades, for generations, and you gave it up to go and live in the fake world, the real fake world. You moved to the big city. And now everybody is waking up and realizing the American dream is really an American psycho. And the smart people are starting to be like, I think I need to get out of here. I think I need to separate myself from this. I think I need to come away from this. That's what we need to do. Come out of her, my people. We should not be all piled up on top of each other like that anyway. I shouldn't be able to hear my neighbors making love, and they shouldn't be able to hear me making love. I shouldn't be able to hear my neighbors cutting grass, and they shouldn't be able to hear me cutting grass. If that man over here is barbecuing, I should not smell it as soon as he light the grill. Hey neighbor, what you cooking? I shouldn't be. You should not listen. And this is God honest truth. Now this is my opinion, but I think it might be backed up by scripture. Me, technically, I don't think you should be able to be in earshot of your neighbor. I think if you can hear your neighbor, you should not be able to make out what the hell they saying. My old homestead, the first one I had a neighbor about 4 acres away from me. And this is how he waved. And I would wave back. Because you can't see this. He way over there. Hey, how y'all doing? All right now. We don't know. I don't know what he's saying. He could have called me a handful of motherfuckers and a pocket full of bitches. I would have knew. All right now, you big side of the I would have knew. Because he was so far away from me. I don't know what's going on in their house, and they don't know what's going on in mine. I don't know what he got to say to me unless he come across 4 acres and tell me, hey man, I seen somebody snooping around your house last night. I didn't recognize the car. I just wanted to make sure you knew. Oh man, that was my sister. She came from out of town. Okay, I got my eye out for you though, okay? Just make sure. I don't think nobody should be on top of each other. I don't care how much you love that city life. I lived it. I don't think nobody should hear nobody else toilet flush. Ever. Ever. But I had to get off on that American dream thing because me and my son just had a long all-day conversation about it. And I'm going to tell you what me and my son did yesterday. Not yesterday, the other day. I took my son to, if you live in South Carolina, have you ever heard of what is they call? Southland log cabins on I-26? Southland log cabins on I-26. Has anybody ever heard of that if you in South Carolina? I took my son there because I pass that place all the time when I'm at home. And I've never been in there. I love log cabins. My wife, it ain't her thing. I love them. The reason I took my son to that place is because they sell cabin kits. Did you know that you can go to one of these home manufacturers and they sell kits that you can build yourself? Did you know that? Meaning, no, you ain't got a whole bunch of studs and nails you got to worry about. No, it's a kit. The walls are already made. All of this stuff is already built and put together. All you gotta do is put down your foundation, put up this wall, put up this wall, put up this one, put up this one, put on your door, put on your windows, put in your floor. Now you want to separate whatever rooms however you want. Whatever you design, they build at the company and then come and bring a big truck to your land and drop it off. I'm about to bust your head wide open to the meat. I don't want to forget this. My son asked how much would it be to build oh my God, I'm trying to remember. I want to say it was a 20 by 40 cabin. When the man said this to me, well, when he gave us the answer, I started looking at my cabin like, I might have to sell that off. A log cabin kit at that square footage was 46,000 and some change. I told the man, because he kept correcting us. My son and the man had their calculators out. It was 46 something. I said, just say 50,000. $50,000 for this big giant, because we were standing in it, for this big giant log cabin home. The baseline was 46,000. Once you start adding on all your stuff that you want, of course the price is going to go up. But the house itself, the house how it stands, is 50,000. All of the walls and the rooms, however you want your rooms and walls, that's up to you. You can do that slowly if you want. So I told my son, you got a whole acre of land over there with your name on it. If you didn't want to have to do the hustle and the bustle for the rest of your life, son, if you start now as young as you are, you will be free, because you got land over there that you don't owe nobody nothing for. You don't have to go looking for land. Daddy got you. You don't have to save up your money for land. The money that you would have had to save up to go get some land, use that money and buy you a log cabin. You don't need to spend that 50,000 on some land somewhere, a couple acres. Use that 50,000 to go get your cabin put on your land. You don't need to pay nobody to remove all the trees and stuff. Me and you would do that. We'll swing these chainsaws like two knights in shining armor. We did it for your sister, I'd do it for you. We've been going about that American dream thing the wrong way. Their American dream is to keep you in debt and keep you stupid and threaten you if you say, hey, this is crazy. My American dream is I don't owe nobody nothing. That's the American dream I'm striving for. And if we want to hear something, one more last thing. I forgot one more mischievous thing that the man did to all of us. Now, when I say the man, I mean the government, okay? Everybody keeps thinking I'm talking about a color of a person. I'm talking about the man, the government. Get this. This is his other sneaky shit he did with that American dream thing. He told you to teach your children to be just like you. So us, through all these generations, have been teaching our children, well, you got to get a job. You got to go get you a house, get you a nice house, get you a nice woman, get you some kids, get you a picket fence, get you this. That's what we've been teaching our children. We've been teaching our children how to be slaves. And we didn't even know it. Because we're proud of the nonsense that we have accomplished by obeying the man. Look, you want a house like this, don't you? Want a car like this, don't you? Huh? Yeah. See that? See that shiny ring? You like that? Huh? Yeah. Like a Rolex? You like that, don't you? You work hard like me and you'll get one. Ain't that about a bitch? You hear that nonsense we've been telling our children all these generations? You work hard and you break your back, you'll have your Rolex watch too. You will have a nice Mercedes like this, $100,000 car too. You work hard enough. You come into work and you work long hours, stay long, and come in early. You can have these shoes too. Do you hear the bullshit we've been telling our children for generations? Because let me tell you something, family, this is somebody else's dream. You're not living your dream. You're living somebody else's idea of a dream, and their dream is to keep you broke so they can live the actual, real, true American dream. They get to live for free while you somewhere telling and teaching your kids you could be a slave too if you work hard enough. But man, please. My problem is I just woke up too late. I've always had it in my head and I've always strived for this, but I never gave it 100% pedal to the metal initiation till now. Because I stay out here, I don't owe nobody anything. When I sleep out here, I don't owe nobody anything. I ain't got no mailbox. Why don't I got a mailbox? Because I ain't got no freaking mail. I don't want no mailbox. I don't want nobody sending me oh yeah, here's your light bill, here's your gas bill, here's your water bill, here's your mortgage payment, here's your car note. Nothing. You don't need a damn mailbox if you can break away from that system. Ain't that some shit? That mailbox is sitting on the edge of the curb to remind you every day you wake up that you are in debt. Every day you wake up and go out to that mailbox is a reminder that you broke and you better go pay something. Every day that every time that mailman come to your mailbox and put some shit inside the mail in the box, he telling you, hey, you owe somebody something. You better come get this, because this would say final notice on the outside of it, and I think you might want to look at it. It's in a pink envelope. I just want you to think about that. The only reason you go to the mailbox is emails now. And you can't say somebody sent me a letter. My grandmama sent me a postcard. Nah, it's emails and texts. The only reason you go out to the mailbox every day is because you owe people shit. That's their idea of the American dream. And that mailbox is their reminder to you. Don't come into work half-cocked. You owe me something. Don't come into work with no attitude. We'll let your ass go. It's a reminder every day. Me and my son had a good day. He actually we got home and went online and started looking at sheds online and building them online to his liking. So I told him this, and I'm going to tell you now. What if you had a chance to do it all over again? And instead of you going out and paying all this money for this house and this car and these clothes, trying to impress a bunch of people that don't give two nickels about you no way, what if you just invested in that plot of land? Free and clear. Because land back in the day was cheap. You know, it was reasonable. Can you imagine where you would be now if you were sitting on about 100 acres? You'd be sitting on 100 acres. Because you bought some 100 acres for about $30,000, $40,000 back in the 80s or the 90s. You would have had time to build your own house on that land, and you wouldn't owe nobody shit. Every single nickel that comes into your pocket, every single dollar that you make from whatever you do for a living will go in your pocket and not into the man. Every single nickel that you make would go into your own infrastructure. Every single cent you make will go into your own private community, not into the man's community. It will go into your own personal banking system, not into theirs. You wouldn't need their insurance because anytime something go wrong, you can look into your little private banking system and pay to get whatever fixed. If you pay insurance every day, every week, or every month, with the premiums and everything, right? You're paying into your insurance policy, whether it's your car, your house, your health, whatever. If you took that same amount of money and put it away in a safe somewhere, you would never need to go get nobody else's insurance to do nothing for you. And that's why they made car insurance the law. It ain't because it's killing people. That ain't why they made it the law. They made it the law because, man, we stand to make a mean profit off of this. Because even if you get in an accident, they're not going to give you 100% of what you've been paying into this for the last 15, 20 years. They're going to give you a couple of dollars so you can go get back into debt because you got to go buy a new car. That's why the insurance company, the first thing they say, all it did was knock out the headlight. You know what the insurance company? Total. Stamp. That car is total. Ain't nothing wrong with my car, just the headlight is busted out and the fender just bent a little bit, totaled it out. It would cost probably $500-$600 to have it fixed and everything. Nope, total. Got too many miles on that car to give, nope. So now they give you a couple of nickels and then you have to pay the deductible. So after the deductible pay, your ass ain't got no car. Your other car is perfectly running good in the junkyard. I'm gonna hit you with that too. Now you got to go to the dealership and get you a new car that you got to sit here and pay on for the next 5 years. So you got $300 and $400 and $500 coming out your check all over again, and you probably had that other car either almost paid off or paid off. They want to put your ass back into that system. It's a racket. You got $5,000 deductible, and you can't get no car for what they about to pay you. You got to get back into the system. You got to make more car payments now. Now, let me back this up a little bit, rewind it a little bit, and tell you, your car is with a busted headlight and a busted fender, and probably, you need a new ball joint or something. Your tires hanging off. They're going to get your car at the junkyard. Those same junk parts that's at the junkyard, they're going to get it from another car, put it on your car, make your car brand new for about $200 worth of junk parts. And then they're going to turn around and sell your car at the junkyard for $1,200. They're making money hand over fist off this shit. So the junkyard is making money because they in cahoots with the insurance companies. That's why only certain tow trucks go to certain junkyards, and certain insurance companies deal with certain towing systems, and certain insurance companies deal with certain junkyards. It's a racket. While you sitting here put back in the system because now you just had to go and buy a $50,000 car all over again that you can't afford. Your kid need braces. Your baby girl got knock knees. She need leg braces. Your son eye is so crossed that he keeps seeing double vision. He got to go have his eye slipped over to the right side is supposed to be up. But you got to worry about transportation more than you got to worry about your son eyeball and your daughter's knock knees. So your daughter end up walking damn backwards because you can't afford the braces on her leg. And your son got x-ray vision because he's seen everything double because his eyes so cocked like a 12-gauge shotgun. You can't afford to fix them, you know? You can't afford to fix your own kids because you got to pay for the automobile that's making the money to even keep y'all alive. Get that mosquito out of here. There you go. Got your daughter walking in circles. You understand what I'm saying? I'm sorry to get off on that tangent, but every time somebody say American Dream to me, it triggers me like a mug. The words, the statement, American Dream, that phrase, American Dream, triggers me. Them trigger words for me. Because that is what we keep on saying, and it's the biggest crock of crap that we can spew out of our mouths, any of us. There's no such thing. There is an American Dream, and it's not that. And I'm going to say this. Everybody keep on saying they want stuff to go back to normal. What's normal? We want to go back to our American dream. Man, if this ain't an indication that this is a wake-up call for all of us. And I said this before, and I'm going to say it again, and I know y'all ain't going to like it because it's half-ass political. But I'm going to say this one thing that's positive about right now and what's going on. There's one thing that's positive about what's going on with the politics and the government. One positive thing. It woke everybody the hell up. And now you see where everybody stands. The curtains are down. You see who like you, who don't. Who hate you, who don't. This American dream bullshit, you see that is a frick. You might as well just go and hire a pickpocket and have him pickpocket you. All of these lies that they telling you to make you feel good about yourself, they stroking your self-esteem. Let me tell you this. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. You know what America been doing? Now they locking up a whole bunch of people like P. Diddy and all of them about trafficking folks, right? They locking up a whole bunch of these entertainers and stuff about trafficking folks, right? This country is the biggest trafficker though. Because part of the trafficking is you're telling somebody lies to get things, their intimate things, away from them. Even though they don't want to do this, you got them against their will. You're controlling their body. You're controlling their life, and you're controlling their mind. That's part of that trafficking people thing that everybody getting locked up for, right? If you don't know, let me clear this up for you if you don't know about it. They just put fancy words on pimping. You're being pimped. Because nobody want to go to work every day. Nobody want to go put yourself in dangerous situations so you can make a little bit of money so you can give the money right back to the same system that's forcing you to go work. That don't even make no freaking sense. You want me to go work at this hard ass job, break my back, risk my health because y'all using chemicals and oils and dyes and shit that's always on fire in this plant or this factory or this corporation or in this office so y'all can make things better and cheaper. I'm breathing this up all these years, asbestos and everything else, without the proper personal protective equipment to save your company some money so you can get a Christmas bonus. But my health is failing. I can't breathe out of my left lung no more. And all of a sudden, I'm in the hospital. And you ain't gonna pay for it. So I'm you doing all of this for you just to turn around and pay for the house and the car that you own. You got me out here thinking I'm running something. I ain't running nothing because this belongs to you. All I did was you handed me a check. I went home and handed it right back to you. That don't even make no sense. So what is that called? If you really look at it for real, you didn't make any money. They sold you the American dream. They act like they gave you some money. That money that they gave you, you gave it right back. And all they did was dangle a bunch of stuff in front of you that you will never own. Things that ain't worth 2 nickels, because this BMW in 5 years, it's going to be outdated and out of style. And as soon as you buy this BMW for $90,000, as soon as you drive it off the lot, it's $60,000 if you wanted to sell it. And wait 30 days, it's worth $45,000. Please tell me where that's supposed to make sense at. That lets you know what the shit that we buy is worth. You can buy a car for $100,000, drive it off the lot, and it's worth $60,000. You hold on to it for 30 days, it's worth $40,000. That's tops. You might not get that. So you mean to tell me that was a good investment? That's something you could pass down to your children and they're going to make tons of money off of it. Or that's going to sustain their life. Hell no, it ain't. If anything, you know what that car going to do? That car is going to end up giving you or your children a bunch of damn tickets. Or it's going to end up breaking down and costing you more money in maintenance. And then you got to keep on insuring the damn car. You got to keep on putting plates on the car. For as long as you got the car. When is it giving you something back? Oh, you mean so it got you, the car is giving you back because you was able to go to the grocery store and go to work every day back and forth to make the money to pay for this car, use this car to take you to the grocery store, buy a bunch of clothes, buy a bunch of food that company that gave you the money owns anyway. All you did was give him his money back. And he sold you a dream, making you think you something when you ain't. You're driving this car around that means nothing. The only reason that this car means anything is because your neighbor said it meant something. This car ain't shit. This car only means something because your neighbor said it meant something. This car is only that important and that expensive because your neighbor said it's worth that. Come on, let's be real. The only reason that your car is that expensive is because your neighbor told you that. The only reason your car is that expensive, you spent that much money on it, because that commercial said that's what that car is worth. That's how much money that car is. But it got the same parts inside it as a damn Chevy Impala that you could have went and got for $12,000 brand new on showroom floor. It's the status quo. If all the rappers is telling you is worth $1 million, if all the basketball players telling you is worth $1 million, if all the golfers and the musicians telling you is worth $1 million, it's worth $1 million. You know what it's worth to a homeless man? It ain't worth shit. He can't eat it. He can't sleep in it. It can't protect him from anything. And that's the mindset that we need to be thinking on. This keeps showing off these things that don't have any meaning in our lives in real life at all. That's what we strive for. And look where we at. We all trying to, okay, I'm talking to the landowners right now. I'm talking to my landowners. I'm talking to my landowners. If you own a piece of land, don't it feel nice not to give a damn about none of that? I'm talking to my landowners. Don't it feel nice not to care? Don't it feel, the only time I have to care is when I leave here. The only time that I start worrying about money, how much I got, how much I need, how much I gotta spend, what I gotta do, I gotta get it there in time before the bank closed. The only time I need to think about that crazy shit is when I leave this land. Soon as I leave this land is anxiety. Soon as I leave Freedom Acres, you get tense. Soon as I leave Freedom Acres, I gotta go back to that so-called reality of, do I got enough money? Want to hear something funny? I was home the other day. That day I was telling you I was talking to my son, and my wife said, "What we gonna eat tonight?" I said, "I don't know," because on Freedom Acres, I pulled out a roll of that sausage that we made, and you know I got a couple things out there I would love to just go ahead and whip up real quick, because I don't gotta go to the store to get nothing here. Everything is at my fingertips. Oh, we done ran out of eggs. Man, go in that cage. I done heard 3 of them sound off today. I know I at least got 3 eggs. I don't got to worry about fussing at people for leaving the lights on. I don't got to worry about, damn, the faucet is dripping. Oh, no, I got to change the damn seals on the faucet. I don't got to care. Every time it rains, it's a bittersweet feeling because I don't want it to rain because I want to go outside and be on my land. But at the same time, it's filling up my 300-gallon water totes. Every time it rains, I know I got at least 1,000 gallons of water. So rain is bittersweet. When I'm in the city, rain mean I gotta drive in this shit. Rain mean I gotta keep running in and out of these stores. Rain means I ain't gonna be able to go to the park because it's rain. Rain when I'm in the city limits really has no positivity besides water in my garden. Where here, rain nourishes me and waters my garden and it waters my livestock. Now I don't have to water my livestock. My chickens is drinking fresh rainwater. My pigs is drinking fresh rainwater. My quails is drinking fresh rainwater naturally. So when it rains here on Freedom Acres, it's more sweet than bitter. Because I like being outside. That's the only thing. I can go outside, but I don't want to get struck by no lightning, you know. For some reason, man, I always get shocked real easy. So I know that lightning be looking for me. But that's the only reason I don't go outside. In the city, rain means trouble. Cars start sliding off the road, crashing into each other. You get on the interstate, it's a pile up because people act, for some reason when it rains, they say, oh my God, it's raining. I gotta hurry up and go home. Oh my God. Every time we get on the interstate, People say, oh, it done mess around and start raining. Let's hurry up and speed up so we can hurry up and get on so my hair don't get wet. Oh my God, you sped up when it start raining. I see this every day. And then now I'm sitting in traffic for the next 3 hours because it's bodies on the highway 10 miles up the road. All to hurry up and get back to that American dream, that lie. I'm going to say this. This domino effect is going to be a mother. Because everybody going to get a little taste of this. Just like in 2020, if you didn't get sick in 2020 yourself, you definitely know somebody that either got sick or passed away in 2020. There is not a single soul watching me right now that if you didn't get sick, you knew somebody that did, close to you too, or somebody passed away that you know in your family or your friends. Everybody watching me right now had that happen. So the reason I'm bringing that up is because everybody felt the pain of 2020. Whether it was your friend, your family member, your mama, your daddy, whoever, everybody felt the pain of 2020. And if you didn't have nobody around you, it was like the news cycle is today. It was on every channel where you can't escape it. Even if nobody that you knew passed away, or nobody got sick that you knew, or you didn't get sick, you saw the devastation on every radio station, every television station. So you couldn't escape it. So we all felt the pain of 2020. You can't deny that. We're all about to feel this, just like that. We're all going to tell those same stories again, like we did then. There will be people that fall ill because there is no medicine and no medication. There is no health care provider. There will be people that fall ill or pass away because they cannot feed themselves because all of the subsidy programs, government assisted programs, have been null and void. All of our elderly, all of some of these children with mental disabilities, physical disabilities, will fail because they cut those programs off. So it may not happen to you, but you will know somebody that it happens to. Somebody, you're going to know somebody that this is affecting. You're going to know somebody that got put out of their house. You're going to know somebody that lost their job. You're going to know somebody that they marriage split up because of financial problems going through this shit. It was too stressful for everybody. You're going to know somebody that this is going to affect. This domino effect is going to reach out and touch everybody. So if it doesn't even reach out to touch you, you even know super rich people, they will know somebody or will hear it if they didn't help it happen about people that this is going to affect. You cannot deny that. Can't deny it. And I'm not being a Debbie Downer. I'm being a real Ray. People don't like realist Ray, because realist Ray gonna tell you some stuff and you don't want to hear it. Debbie Downer, she just down. She's just negative. Realist Ray, don't nobody want to hear him either, because he gonna keep it real with you to the point you don't want to hear what's about to happen to you, even though you know that it is, because you too busy still lying to yourself, thinking it ain't gonna happen to you. I remember back in the 80s and 90s, the mid 80s to the mid 90s. Nope, I'm gonna go further back than that. I'm gonna start in the mid 80s. You know what I actually heard out of somebody's mouth that I know personally? When the crack epidemic hit, I heard a friend of mine say, it don't bother me. When everybody started hearing the word crack. Number one, you don't even know what this is. Yeah, old boy was out there tripping, man. Yeah, he had hit that stuff, man. He was tripping. It don't work. It don't affect me like that. To this day, that person that I know since the mid 80s is still gone. When I go back to my hometown, I see him like, hey, Larry, what's up, man? What's going on? Hey, let me hold about $1 to. I ain't seen you in about 40 years. What have it been? 50 years, 30 years, 20 years? What have been? I don't know what it been. Can I hold $40? Hold you down, man. I'll pay you back soon. You still live around there with your mama? No? Yeah? No? Yeah? Y'all done move? Okay. Where y'all done move to? Hey, let me hold that $50 though. Where y'all done mess around and move to? Oh yeah, for real? You got that $50 right now? Yeah. You got what? You about to leave town? Oh man, I hate to see you go. You got that $50? You said you was gonna you said you was gonna give it to. Come on, man. You said you was gonna give me that damn $50, Liv. Shit. Man, you gonna give it to me or not? Oh yeah. Yeah, you gone. You still gone. Cause it went from $5 to $50, and now you mad at me over some shit I did not say. I parked at this red light for the last 3 minutes, and you in my my passenger side window clowning, trying to borrow money. You ain't seen me in like 30 years. Remember that time we was in school together? Huh? Remember that? Yeah. Can I hold $50 real quick? What? The thing about the time in the 80s when we first heard about crack, everybody said it would not happen to them. Everybody that tried that drug said it would not happen to them. It would affect them differently. They can pull out of it. I'm going to smoke it because those other people that's around selling their draws and balls, they just built different. They weak. They can't hang. They sorry. And now all of them still to this day, if they ain't 6 feet deep, still around there, got about 3 teeth in their mouth like Gargamel from the Smurfs. And then, hey, man, they will run across the street in busy traffic. They come on, hey man, let me stick their head in. Hey, let me hold $2 from you, man. Let me mess around, hold. Come on, man. You be bullshitting, man. Let me hold about $2 from you. Come on, man, you got change all down there in the tray. Man, let me hold about $2 off. I know, man, you ain't seen me. I ain't seen, man. You still look good, man. You still look good. You look like your old man, man. Man, I miss your daddy. How your daddy doing? Oh, he dead? Hey, let me hold $2 from you. I ain't gonna lie, man. Let me wash your windows for you. Come on, man. Run me around the corner then. Run me around the corner so I can go over Ray's house. He owe me about $40. Can I get in? Oh, man. No, man, you smell like urine. You been peeing on yourself? Man, look, if you ain't gonna give me $40, man, I gotta go. Well, go. Well, F you then. All right, tell your mama I said hi. All right, Playboy. Everybody thought that they could hack it. They didn't realize this drug in the 80s was like sinking a hook in a fish's mouth. Once you set that hook, it's gonna reel your ass in. That was the crack epidemic. It affected everybody's home. It didn't care how much money you made. It didn't care about your status quo. It didn't care if you was well-to-do. It didn't care if you was broken in the ghetto or a trailer park or in a mansion. Crack ruined everybody's lives, and it touched everybody. And to this very day, it's children walking around to this very day that was in the womb during those times, and you wonder why you can't think straight. You can't think straight because your mama was high. Well, you can't think straight because your daddy stayed high, and it passed on to you. Now, with this political mess, for lack of better words, if you think it's not going to happen to me, you sound just like Crackhead Carl. Oh man, I'm good. I got a couple dollars. I got a little something put away. I'm good. I'm working good, man. My job, man, they ain't fired nobody in like 40 years. You might as well say, come on, man, let me get in the car, man. Let me get in the car. Let me hold about $2. Shit, man, what can you give me? Man, run me around the corner real quick so I can go talk to you. Is your mama home? What you want to know if my mama home for? She got about $20. Man, move away from my car, man. Hey, run me around the corner to your mama house. When you round the corner to my mama house? Yeah. She home? She got some money? She got about $20? Man, get away from my car, man. Crackhead Carl. Hey, run me over your daddy house real quick. Over my daddy house? For what? I'm gonna go over there and see if he need his grass cut real quick. You ain't got no lawnmower? I was just gonna pull it up with my hands, man. If you gonna give me $20 or you gonna keep on harassing me? Shit, man, I'm trying to go, man. You gonna give me a ride or not? Well, F you then, lad. I love you, bro. Stay up. All right, peace. Did he just cuss me out and tell me he loved me in the same breath? That's crackhead Carl. I'll see you when you get back, man. No, you won't. I promise you won't. I'll make sure you won't see me when I come back to town. So, everybody's about to feel this domino effect in a negative fashion. There will be nothing positive that comes out of any of this because it already ain't. That's all I got to say about that. What you got to say about it, pup? Huh? What you got to say about it? It's going to be horrifying, ain't it? I know. It's going to be horrifying. I know. Yeah, I know. So, I don't want to keep y'all no more, and I'm sorry that I was on this long. I just wanted to share with y'all the conversations I had with my children about some realization of how this is going to end up affecting our family. How are these horrible financial downturn of times about to personally affect me and my family? And what do I plan on doing about it? That's it. I hope you at least, even if you don't believe me, that's fine, that's wonderful, but at least put it in the back of your head and just like, do me a favor. If you don't agree with me, and that's fine, but if you don't agree with me, do one thing. Play a game of what if. Say you are set for life and you going great and the world is going great. Get with your family and play a game of what if. What if this does hit us? What if I do lose my job? What if I do spend all my doggone savings on a hospital bill or a car injury? What if? Play a game of what if with your family, and you're going to find out more stuff about your family members than you ever thought you would ever know. You're going to find out some people going to just be like, I ain't going to be able to make it. I got to have my Gucci purse. I got to have my Prada purse. I got to have I got to have my J's. I got to keep my car clean. I ain't about to let go of my Jeep. I ain't going to let go of my truck. You going to hear some stuff come out of people of their resilience or nonsense. You're about to hear people, you're going to hear the real out of people, just like you're starting to hear after the politics happen. You're going to hear the real thoughts inside of the minds of men. You're going to hear who going to be able to make it mentally and who ain't. You're going to be able to hear who going to be able to make it physically and who ain't. Through this trying time, believe it or not, it's people out there that's really ready to sell their soul just so they can obey the man. They rather sell their soul and keep this lie of this American dream thing going on. They don't want to know the truth. It's people that ain't built to live on off grid. There's nothing wrong with that. It's people that you cannot imagine yourself pooping in no bucket. right? It's people that cannot imagine drinking rainwater. It's people out there that cannot imagine not having no air conditioning. It's people that cannot imagine this. They look at me like, you better than me. I get that all the time. Look in the comments. You better than me, lad. Shit. What you wiping your butt with out there? Bounty napkins. Hey, what you do with all that doo-doo, lad? You say you been out there for a minute. What you be doing with all that doo-doo? Couldn't be me. You peeing in a what? You peeing where and for why? And you do that on purpose. Nobody pointing nothing deadly at you, making you go pee. No. Shit. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me, dog. Unfortunately, I will tell you this. It will be you. And the people that is going to hurt the worst is the people that refuse to be honest with themselves. It's going to hurt the people the worst is going to refuse to adjust. It's people out here that don't know anything except for eating fast food. It's people out here that ain't never grew a garden in their life. It's people out here that's never planted a seed. It's people out here ain't never even seen a chicken, let alone hold one. But those are the same people that swear up and down that they only eat organic, farm fresh, grass-fed eggs. Free-ranged eggs. The same people that keep claiming, I only eat free-ranged eggs. I don't like caged eggs, caged animal. You saying you eating something and you don't even know what a free-range chicken is. How dumb is that? I only eat grass-fed beef, but you've never even stood in the presence of a cow. Have you ever milked a cow? It's a humbling experience. By the way, have you ever milked a cow? I only eat grass-fed beef. You don't know what a grass-fed beef is. You're trying to find a definition of something that you've never even experienced. How dumb is that? How backwards is that? I say, if you're going to say you eat farm fresh eggs and free-range eggs and non-caged eggs and you only eat raw milk and you only eat grass-fed beef, go see where it came from. And put some respect on them cows' names. I only eat organic vegetables, but them same people that say they eat only organic and they buy their food from Whole Foods and 14K don't even have a garden. You have never gardened in your life, but you say you only buy organic fruits and vegetables from Whole Foods. But you've never grown organic foods yourself. How dumb is that? Because now all you're doing is going off of what people told you. You're not going off of your knowledge. You've never seen any of it. But some dude in a tie told you that's what you should be eating. And he playing with words because you don't know what a free-range chicken is. A free-range chicken means he may have it in a dog kennel, 10 by 10 square feet. The free range, just in case you don't know, free range means the chicken is not in a cage where his body can't move. Go look it up. That does not mean your chicken is free to roam wherever it feels like. That does free range does not mean your cattle is free to roam wherever it feels like. What your pork is not, when it says free range, is not what they mean by free range is your animal can walk around inside this pen. Grass fed means they fed it some grass. That doesn't mean that's all that beef ate. They added grass to its diet. But nobody want to hear that truth because it's too eye-opening. It make you sick. It make your belly gurgle. Nobody want to hear that shit. That's the definition. Go look it up yourself. Just because it says grass-fed does not mean that's all that animal ate its whole life. It means it ate some grass 1 or 2 times in its life. Or grass was part of its feed. That does not necessarily mean this cow just ran the range and he came home when the new moon came out. That don't mean that. But you wouldn't know that because you're just going off of what Whole Foods told you. Instead of doing the research and going to these farms and these places. Hell, forget the farm. Go to the state fair. Go to the state fair. The state fair gonna learn you a whole bunch of stuff. That's where I milked the cow at. By the way, that's where I milked the cow. It's humbling. Let me get off of here, y'all, and let me finish my work before I did not want to be over here this long. But I just want y'all to think about this domino effect and how it will affect you and your family and act accordingly. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I'm not judging nobody. I don't want to talk about politics. I just want to talk about the realization of the backlash from what the decisions and laws that people are making for the people in the United States of America. You will feel this in a negative way, whether you want to or not. That's it. All right. With that being said, I'm going to let y'all go. Live Farmers Every 3. Y'all enjoy y'all Friday. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope I try not to be harsh, just real. I just try not to be harsh. But the truth hurt. Truth make your belly hurt, you know? The truth give you bubble guts. Everybody enjoy your night. Happy Friday, Live Farmers Every 3. And Puppy Girl, we love you and we out. Peace.